I guess my question will be like, all right, so there's the math aspect, right? What you do
Hmm.
know, what you can speculate, and then there's like the human aspect. How
Yeah.
would you divide those up into percentages? And then next would be a good story of a tell that you've seen.
Okay. So I think that, it's again all the pieces to the puzzle. And if you're playing live, you have a lot of of tells that are going to come into play where, um, a lot of people are like, oh, you see the way he scratched his nose? That
Yeah.
means it's not always that detailed. It's more about like you're taking your math as your base. That's your base. Like, okay, um,
Yeah.
what I have in my hand versus what I think they have a range of hands. So you put your opponents on a range. So then is when I use the personal live tell aspects to come on top of that. Like, okay, that's going to push me in one direction or another. How are they winning or losing that night? Are they up or down? Are they feeling more aggressive? Are they timid because they lost? There's all these factors that come into play. Like if I know a guy has lost some pots, he's steaming, he is just like wanting to win so bad, he's going to make it happen. I know he's not thinking clearly. Then you're
Yeah.
sitting there going, okay, I'm looking a little better here. That's going to push me towards,
Mm.
making the call or stuff like that. So it's about using those aspects to your advantage and to do that. One of my good stories is playing on a live stream in LA, which is always interesting because they show you the whole cards, and so as a player,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
always, you're going to get ripped apart by your colleagues because they're going to see everything you're doing. So it takes a lot of balls to go play on those shows. I used to play on them every week, and
Yeah.
is to flip that around is how you're perceived at the table is also important. So I had just lost a big pot. I had probably lost like a $3,000-4,000 pot, and it was pretty bad luck. So I was visibly a little frustrated, mostly because of who the player was. I didn't really like this guy. He knows I'm pissed off. Like one or two hands later, I pick up pocket aces, which is obviously the best starting hand in poker. He raises, there was a raise. He re-raises. So now I know he's probably got, big cards, ace king. He's got pocket tens or better. Um, and he's trying to mess this up. So I go, if I shove right now, if I just put in my whole stack, which you wouldn't normally want to do with aces because you don't want to scare everybody away. But I go, it's going to look like such a steam move. Like I'm just steaming and I'm
Nice.
pissed
Yeah.
off. And I've played this whole aspect up. I know he's
Yeah.
going to bite. And if he has anything good, he's going to call me. I know he will. So I just
I
like,
see.
I take a drink of my beer and I push my chips in. And I'm like, I'm all in.
Hmm.
Gets back to him and he snaps me off right away. And we turn the cards over. We agree how many times we want to run it. And he has like pocket jacks, and I scoop like a 5K pot just instantly like that.